Vtel Merok. Silent Shadow, First Blade. Record of Revolutions. Entry 212. Hunters of the Blood. It has been near a month since Atriox has returned to us from the human world of Reach, and already we have assembled a mighty armada to journey to the Halo ring called Zeta Halo to find this ally the War Master keeps rambling of. Whatever he discovered from the Ark, it seems to have become something of an obsession of his, for he has called on many battle-hardened clans for this invasion and rallied tried and tested soldiers to his side. On the orders of War Chief Esheram, I've assembled the most seasoned warriors among the Banished clans to join us in the upcoming campaign, the Bloodstars. As I call upon my best acolytes, Arthok, Bipap, and many others, I'm reminded of the order I enlisted with long ago. Not the Bloodstars as we know them now, a mere cadre of killers and mercenaries who fight for wealth, blood, or glory, but the order of holy warriors, bent on cleansing the stench of infidels for the righteous to travel along the path of victory. And yet, whether it be for faith or for glory, our quarry remains the same. The pursuit of the Spartans, human warriors we had come to fear for so long, branding them as demons. But how did the Bloodstars gain prominence? How did they rise and fall and were born again in the ranks of the Banished? Well, I suppose now is as good as a time as ever. Won't be long now before we lay claim to another of the wonders of the Forerunners. Begin historical database entry now. Once part of the Special Warfare Group, the Covenant Empire would occasionally deploy a Kaid, smaller groups or units that were organized by a variety of different attributes. I believe the humans have a term for such a group, if memory serves. They are known as a task force. While some orders, like my brothers in the Silent Shadow, were razor-focused in their purposes, others would bring together a more eclectic selection of specializations, united by a singular objective. The Bloodstars were one such example, gaining a particular notoriety within special operations circles by being primarily led by Jiralhanai, though the true origins of their order is shrouded by the machinations of the prophets. The Bloodstars came into prominence as the Covenant's war with humanity began to escalate, and their primary objective was made quite clear: the elimination of armored human warriors that would come to be known as Spartans. We learned of their existence early on in the War of Annihilation by way of a band of human malcontents, traitors seeking to overthrow their military rulers, and sought us out for this purpose. The fools believed they could ally with the Covenant for their own gains. But we were not instruments for regime change for human worlds. We were the instruments of their extinction. They revealed that these armored soldiers single-handedly destroyed fully manned warships at Shalav and Nabah, planets the humans would call Chai Seti IV and Netherop. Once the presence of these warriors, these demons, were revealed to the master of the fleet of inexorable obedience and the spear of the Covenant war machine, Nizat Karavosi, he charged the First Blade of the Silent Shadow, Tel Sizatulai, to assemble a Kaid to hunt these creatures down and put them to the sword, before they could block our righteous crusade any further. To that end, the first Bloodstar flotilla was formed under the command of the First Blade. In the flotilla's inception, the finest soldiers were selected for the hunting of the demons, from Kikyar privateers to seasoned Sangheili warriors. But the Bloodstar ranks were flooded by waves of hardened Jiralhanai, always seeking to throw themselves into the crucible of combat. And yet, though their ranks were as diverse as ever, the Bloodstars were united by their deep red armor a color that evokes the Silent Shadow, many of whom led the Order against the demons. I was counted amongst their numbers as we fell under our First Blade's command. From the Ice Moon of Sioba to Zoist, we fought against the UNSC and their Spartan warriors with a righteous determination. And during this time, we entertained the aid of the human traders. They thought we would spare their worlds once they were freed from their oppressors. And freed they would be, once they were all dead as their cities burned under heat and glass. But they proved useful in intelligence purposes, to a point, with their spy earning the trust of the fiercest of the demons, the one who would eventually become known as the Master Chief. And yet, despite the training, the discipline, and the faith of the Bloodstars, the Spartans prevailed at every turn, cultivating in the hell-bombing of Zoist, razing 2 of the 10 foreigner cities it contained, slaying First Blade Vtel Merok, and laying the Bloodstar flotilla low, all without a single dead Spartan at their feet. In spite of their shortcomings, the Bloodstars would continue in their efforts in the hunting of the demons throughout the course of the war. Over time, some of the most fierce warriors and leaders arose within the ranks of the Covenant Bloodstars. Among them were Castor and Orsun, the Jiralhanae bodyguards of First Blade's Zeta before his death at the hands of the Master Chief. They would later become strong leaders and the keepers of the One Freedom in the aftermath of the Prophet's fall from grace. But they pale in comparison to the greatest amongst the ranks of the Bloodstars, Atriox. Once a part of the Special Warfare Group, Atriox served within the Bloodstar Order and beyond throughout the course of the war. When the Covenant finally came undone in the aftermath of the Great Schism, and as the Banished grew in both strength and numbers, Atriox reformed the Bloodstars into our ranks, now as an elite order of Special Operations warriors, with a focus on the elimination of the Banished's most dangerous enemies. In the earliest days, the Bloodstars were trained in the art of specialized warfare by my brothers within the Silent Shadow, who saw the wisdom of Atriox's word and swore allegiance to him and his cause. Made up of a wide range of species, each warrior within the Bloodstar Order shares a singular common trait: meteoric success in the battlefield. Our Bloodstars' organizational structure is designed to create opportunities for the Banished's finest warriors to prove their mettle and ascend to higher status within our army. I have even heard word of a Shadow Order of Banished warriors, a supposed hand of Atriox that serves as the pinnacle of efficiency and lethality, serving directly under the War Master and his council of war chiefs. Apparently, many of our Bloodstars seek to claim this title, if it indeed exists, if only to usher in a new age of power and prestige. For each Bloodstar operative, they retain the deep red armor from the original order, yet are allowed to alter their armor to whatever suits them. It matters not to the War Master. All that he cares about is the efficiency and skill at arms. The new Banished Bloodstars field an impressive gamut of operations across the Banished many territories. Some of the most formidable soldiers within the Banished have hailed from the ranks of the Bloodstars. The deadly Rushian marksman, Barath, the fabled Kaidon of Maliston, Thav Sarabim, as well as many others. However, there is one who has forged a ferocious reputation amongst the Order of the Bloodstars. His name is Gorian, a fearsome Jiralhanae warrior from the clan of the Witch's Eye. I have trained many Bloodstars in their prime, but Gorian, his cruelty, his guile, and his honor go monstrously hand in hand. And from a Silent Shadow, that is truly something to be wary of, especially when compared to barbaric cannibals such as Engadon. And yet he, with all the rest of them, are to venture with the fleet to undertake this grand mission, to conquer a Halo ring, unearth Atriox's mysterious allies, and most of all, bring the apparition to her knees for destroying the brute homeworld. I suppose this is more than a simple act of self-preservation and a desire for revenge. Perhaps in this ring, the Banished can transform a great weapon of the gods into a home, a sort of repayment for Oath Sonen's destruction. Perhaps that is why Atriox is calling on the deadliest killers and warriors of the Banished to his side, for a fight to the death. After all, we will be facing legions of Cortana's damn constructs. And who knows, perhaps the humans will arrive as well, if only to bloody our steel. We can only hope that... It is time. Our conquest of Zeta Halo is upon us. This is First Blade Merok, signing off.